Hello and welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Ollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, and this is a show where brands watch other brands' ads and discuss what's good and bad about them. As ever, we are sponsored by, or partnered with, the Conscious Advertising Network. So please go out and check the brilliant work they're doing after the show. But first off, let's meet this week's guests.
Hi, I'm Tamara Connolly. I'm the Senior Global Brand Manager for Baby Care at Johnson & Johnson.
Hi, I'm Paul Wards. I'm the Group COO for Havas in the UK.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. Let's watch this week's ads.
January, the month of diets. So many diets, all making big promises. They're backed by science. They have nutritionists vouch for them, testimonials from supposedly real people, and influencers who share it with millions of their followers. So they must be legitimate. You can't just make this stuff up, can you? We decided to find out by making up our own diet.
Cauliflower hash brown diet. It's a diet where you eat cauliflower hash browns.
Just like those other diets, we backed our diet with science.
The hash brown diet is based on behavioral psychology.
The 2-day cleanse clears your body of non-delicious foods.
We hired a nutritionist to write the hash brown diet book with informative charts, diagrams, helpful tips, and recipes. We hired actors who appeared in other diet commercials to appear in ours too.
I'm an actress pretending to love this.
Oh, hey, I'm Brittany. I'm usually the after in testimonial ads.
Finally, we persuaded dozens of influencers to try our diet, and they did.
I'm going to take you through the hash brown hot circuit. So take it back and up.
They really did. The truth is, when it comes to diets, you never really know what you're getting. So why not pick one that helps you lose weight while you're eating something you already love?
The cauliflower hash brown diet. No weirder than other fad diets, but you get to eat cauliflower hash browns. Lots of cauliflower hash browns.
It's literally just eating hash browns.
Right. Tamara, what did you think of that ad the first time you saw it?
There were some parts I really enjoyed. I liked that it baited me with visuals of the breadth of diets out there and just made me realize how ridiculous that is and how ridiculous dieting is. And I also loved how delicious the hash brown looked. And it, by the end, did make me want to potentially stop by and get some hash browns. What I did not love as much in that first one is it didn't sustain my engagement throughout. I would have dropped off a lot sooner had I not been, wanting to chat with you about it. And the so what for this ad just felt like, here's another diet. You're going to eat hash browns. They're focusing on just the one component of, oh, this will taste delicious, but they're forgetting that other really important part of, and you'll lose weight and you'll do it fast and you'll, do it as effectively as some of those other diets. So there were definitely some parts I think they could have done a better job at.
To echo Tamara's point, I mean, for me, it was a so what. I didn't like it. I don't know what it was asking me to do. And again, I agree. I would have turned it off. I just didn't get what it was meant to be.
Think about this as a diet and you're going to eat lots and lots and lots of hash browns. That's not a good thing in my mind. So help me think about it differently. Let me think about the cauliflower or how it actually gives you a burst of energy or something else to pull me in a bit more. It just kind of left me a little bit like, oh, I don't think so. And you called it a fad diet. So I really don't think it's going to work if you're starting or leading with that as your intro to this product.
So, Paul, you run a bunch of agencies. If this had landed on your desk and it hadn't gone out, what would you have suggested they do to make this better?
I've seen that idea so many times over the years, whether it's people setting up fake stores in farmers markets or, people kind of conning somebody into thinking something is a one product and then revealing it at the end. It's all very, very similar kind of stuff. I would imagine if one of the creative directors in our businesses saw that, they'd probably say, that's a bit lazy, go and think about it again, come up with something else. It's not expected for the brand because it's so off-brand, but it's like the kind, you've seen it so many times, that idea.
How about you, Tamara? What would have been your creative director feedback on that?
They showed a delicious hash brown over and over. So we don't have to be sold on the fact that hash browns are delicious. We know that. They could have elevated the role of the cauliflower as it relates to being a healthy choice a bit more. And they could have also taken away a little bit of the gimmick of fad diets and focused more on how should I think about this as a weight loss solution? Should I actually think about it as a 2-day cleanse, or should I think like a more delicious juice cleanse that you can chew? Or should I think about this as a substitute for a snack or a meal once a day for a week? So I think they could have done a better job there.
Isn't it the role of marketing to be incongruent, to be a bit different, to be a bit odd? And haven't they done this for what is essentially probably just a bag of frozen cauliflower with some crust? But
I mean, is there a cauliflower hash brown diet? I don't even think there is. I would notice it in the store now. So I think, they've done that much. So I'm sure they would argue and say, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. You would buy them. So I suppose that's kind of worked.
On the video, I saw that there was clips of about 10 or 12 influencers. I think it was meant to make us feel that there was tons and tons of them. I assume that was a paid gig. Do you think that would be enough, that if those influencers had a big enough reach?
We've tried that on our brands in the past. When I was on Clean and Clear, we did dozens and dozens of digital videos and fell into the same challenge of, okay, if we build it, the people will come. And that was not the case, even when we brought in influencers. And you really do need to put some paid media behind it, even a little, to kind of give it that spark.
So to finish off the show, Tamara, what should brands be taking away from this?
I think the biggest takeaway really is that humor and awareness catching gimmicks, they only take you so far. You really need that call to action. You really need that one clear message. So if you want your message to be that this is another fad diet, then you're missing that mark. If you want it to be, this is my delicious, this is my new product that works and is delicious, that's a slightly better message and takeaway to focus on.
When you see good brands doing it well, everything they do, you go, that makes sense. That's on brand. That connects. I get that, why they're doing that, why they're talking in that way. That just felt so alien to the rest of their brand. They've got a very nice brand online. Even the charities they support and the kind of work that they're doing, you look at it and go, actually, it's a nice brand. I'm going to keep an eye out for it. And then you see that and go, I can't make the connection. It just doesn't make any sense. So I think there is a kind of semi-science to building a brand over a period of time. And I think clients need to, they do value that when they do it very well. And that to me looks like they got a bit distracted. The lesson learned for me is it's very nice. It feels like a bit of a folly, but if you're trying to replicate and be a bit more like a kind of innocence brand or something like that, where it's a respected brand in that space, then I would keep your eye on the prize and stay on track, because you've drifted a bit.
Thanks so much, guys. And thanks for joining. We'll see you all next week.